Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. This is Anonymous T. Hope you're having an amazing day today. So today we're going to take a trip down memory lane because it seems that the Academy thinks that the viewing audience is dumb. It seems that the Academy thinks that we do not have receipts of their original statements of what they originally did the night of the Oscars after Will slapped Chris Rock, because they're trying to change the narrative because they are sick of the backlash and they want to now try to just make Will Smith the fall guy for all of it. But the problem is receipts refute what you are trying to come out with today. You're trying to come out today that you asked Will Smith to leave when in fact Will Packer came out on stage in front of Will Smith asking if he was okay and wanted him to stay for the Best Actor award. No, we're going to keep it a buck on here. We are going to keep it a buck on here. Do people want the truth? Or do people want the media spin? So, we're going to take a little trip back since the Academy thinks that we have amnesia. Since the Academy thinks that we're stupid. Since the Academy thinks that we are not going to pull receipts. So here it is. It says from the Daily Mail, this was on March 28th, how panicking Oscar bosses race to regain control after Will Smith smacked Chris Rock in the face. Outburst sparked a frantic 45 minutes of backstage scrambling as they cut audio and told reporters not to ask about it, but let stars stay for Best Actor. So that right there, where were they asking Will Smith to leave and him refusing? The shocking slap moment upstaged the rest of the 3.5-hour Oscar show. It happened as Chris Rock was presenting the Documentary Feature Award. Rock made a joke at the expense of Will Smith's wife. Smith stormed on stage and slapped Rock before shouting obscenities at him once he returned to his chair. Academy staffers and journalists were stunned as the audience of Hollywood's most famous faces. The show tried to continue as normal. Audio was cut for 20 seconds and Rock continued to present the award. But the full uncensored slap was broadcast in other countries and shared online, like we saw from, I believe it was from Japan and Australia, right? Smith was not ejected and claimed his Best Actor award 45 minutes later. Almost 2 hours after the incident, that's when the Academy of Motion Pictures and Arts and Sciences issued that statement that was like, oh, we don't condone violence of any form. Oscar showrunners went to panic stations last night as they tried to keep the Academy Awards on track after Hollywood superstar Will Smith shocked everyone by smacking fellow actor and comedian Chris Rock live on stage. And what likely gone down as one of the most watched moments in the history of the awards, Smith stormed the stage after Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's hair loss before shouting, "Keep my wife's name out your bleeping mouth," that he said, twice. The incident upstaging the entire 3.5-hour set, showrunners were left with an urgent decision to make: allow the Best Actor nominee to stay in the Dolby Theater or remove Smith from the event. Right here, you guys. They had the decision right here. If they were so horrified, if they were so angry, if they allegedly confronted Will Smith, there was your out right here to remove him. In fact, this year's Oscar producer, Will Packer, even went to speak with Smith after the slap, approaching the actor and his wife at their table in the front row. According to Ramin Citado, sorry if I'm butchering your name, executive editor of Variety magazine. So Will Packer himself, the producer of the Oscars, immediately went to Will Smith's table after the slap. Packer is likely the person who made the decision to allow the Hollywood Golden Boy to remain in the theater, but 2 inside sources told DailyMail.com that the producers asked Rock whether he wanted Smith removed. He said no, the sources said. So right then and there, you guys, the commercial break showed Denzel comforting Will Smith, Tyler Perry comforting Will Smith, and then you see Will walking back towards where his seat was, and then Bradley Cooper stops to comfort him. And then we see his publicist in his ear. And now Will Packer came out to talk to Will to make sure he was okay. And they were trying to calm Will Smith down because he was so emotional. So how is Will Smith, who's crying from that point forward until he wins his Oscar, crying his eyes out, how is he in a condition, in a mental state to refuse to leave at that point if he is emotional like that? Because he would probably know, okay, I feel a little embarrassed. I probably need to remove myself from this. And then he was calmed down. And then he was further calmed down by Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman to stay at the Oscars, to stay at the Dolby Theater. The Academy is lying to you guys. Because they didn't have the same energy the night of the Oscars. They're only having this energy now because they can't take the heat. And they want to blame everything on Will Smith except for your own people convince Will Smith to stay. So Smith slapped Rock. You know, we slapped Rock as the comedian was on stage to permit the documentary feature award, right? And the Oscars were on a short time delay of 20 seconds, right? So that's when Will Packer likely told, whoever, hey, we got to cut the audio. But having just been slapped, Rock was left on stage to finish his presentation. And it would be more than 10 minutes before ABC finally cut to a commercial break to release the building tension in the room. When they finally did, Hollywood A-listers rushed to calm Will Smith down. So again, where were the people that were having Will Smith leave or asking Will Smith to leave? Where was security? Where was the lead CEO? Where were these people that they are alleging that they asked Will Smith to leave? Because this sounds like Will Packer wanted to make sure Will Smith was still good to accept his Best Actor award, and other celebrities were coming up to Will Smith to comfort him. So these A-listers went to try to calm down Will Smith with videos from inside the Dolby Theater showing actors Denzel Washington and Tyler Perry speaking to the emotional nominee off stage. Bradley Cooper was also seen hugging Smith, who was sitting just yards away from the stage where Rock had just been presenting the award. After speaking to Cooper, Smith returned to his seat and was seen dabbing his eyes with a white cloth before his publicist appeared quickly by his side. Why would you be dabbing your eyes if you are angry and were told to leave and you said you refused to leave? Why would you be crying if you refused to leave and you were angry, according to the Academy? See, this is the problem when you try to tell a lie. When the truth originally comes out and now that you don't like the reaction, you can't take the heat. You think that the people are stupid. You think the people are dumb. You think people aren't going to pull receipts on you of what actually took place. This is a detailed account of what took place Oscar night. And you're trying to bamboozle and fool the public and make it seem like, oh, no. We did try to get Will Smith out of there. I don't know what you guys are talking about. No. We asked him to leave. He refused. Where are the receipts? Because there are none. The receipts refute everything that you're saying. Behind the scenes, Academy staffers and journalists alike were left stunned. The Academy quickly told journalists to avoid asking other actors about the incident, despite it instantly becoming the main event. Meanwhile, to understand what happened, viewers flooded social media to find the clip. broadcast uncensored in other countries, that has already been viewed tens of millions of times across platforms. They did so as ABC scrambled to keep a hold of their viewers while continuing as if nothing had happened. Almost 2 hours after the incident, the Academy released a timid statement condemning violence, while comedian and presenter for the night, Amy Schumer, who wrote the G.I. Jane joke, made a small reference to the slap, asking the audience, "Did I miss anything?" Trying to crack a joke. But now today, she's traumatized. But you weren't traumatized a couple days ago. You were making a joke about it. But now that you're exposed as the person who wrote the joke, because you weren't anticipating that reaction, now you're backtracking. Now you're traumatized. Now you can't believe what happened. And now all of your love and support is for Chris Rock. An attempt to keep things under wraps. See, this is the whole thing. The Oscars wanted this to be covered up. They wanted Will Smith to stay and accept his Best Actor award. That is the story. The problem is they can't handle the backlash, and they're going to take it out on Will Smith. And when they do that, it's going to cause a whole nother can of worms. In an attempt to keep it under wraps, because they were trying to cover it up, it was later reported that Smith did not go to his post-award press conference. It was not immediately clear whether this was his choice or if the showrunners wanted to keep him out of the hot seat. So that was probably the time. See, this is probably when the CEO and the other people asked Will Smith to leave. They meant that they asked him to leave and not do a press conference. Not that they asked him to leave and not get his Oscar. See the semantics, see the games that people try to play with you, see the lies that people twist. They probably told Will Smith to leave and not do his press conference, but they did not want Will Smith to leave and not get his Best Actor award. See what I mean? See semantics? See semantics. That is probably the time that they asked Will Smith to leave. No. We don't want you to do any press. We don't want you to potentially say anything that puts us out there, that throws us under the bus, or that makes you look worse. Just go to the after party. That was probably the only time they told Will Smith to leave. Because they had, plenty of time prior to that, right? And in this article, you guys, we see pictures of Will Smith's publicist that's kneeling down beside him. We have pictures of Chris Rock, who tried to apologize to Will Smith even again. He's leaning over towards in Will's direction, and Denzel is in between. He's the buffer. And then, of course, the video that we all saw of what happened during the commercial break, which was not anybody telling Will Smith to go home. Which was not anybody that looked like a security or looked like somebody that, could escort Will Smith out of the Dolby Theater, telling him to leave and Will Smith refusing. When Will Smith had to be calmed down himself and was crying and was emotional. In the seconds that followed the slap, most presumed that they had seen a joke between the pair, but when Smith yelled for Rock to keep my wife's name out your bleeping mouth for a second time, it became clear this was no gag. Behind the scenes, Academy staffers and journalists were just as stunned as the audience of Hollywood's most famous faces. According to a BBC reporter, one of the staffers turned to another and said, "I thought that they were doing a bit." About 20 seconds of audio from the show, broadcast on ABC on a time delay of a few seconds in the United States, was frantically cut from the live transmission for many viewers because of the language. But it was audible in some broadcasts. For example, Japan and Australia. The award for Best Documentary Feature was given to Questlove's Summer of Soul. The winner accepted the award before Sean Diddy Combs took to the stage to present in celebration of The Godfather's 50th anniversary. He attempted to breathe some life back into the stunned theater. "I did not know that this year was going to be the most exciting Oscars ever," he said. "Okay, Will and Chris, we're going to solve this like a family at the gold party, but right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise." Complete and utter BS. In the following commercial break, the gravity of the moment appeared to take hold of the theater. Pictures showed Rock attempting to approach Smith with his hand in front of him, possibly an attempt to apologize. Videos recorded by some of the audience showed people rushing to Smith's side, including his publicist Meredith O'Sullivan, who had a swift conversation with him. She continued to visit him during each commercial break. Show producer Will Packer also had a conversation with Smith at his table. The executive editor of Variety said Packer likely was the person who made the decision to allow him to stay, you guys. To allow him to stay. Or ask him if he wanted to stay. This is what I mean. This is what I mean, you guys. This is what I mean. Like, it's just, this is just incredible, you guys. Packer is likely the person he made the decision for him to remain there. So then presenter Daniel came up to hug Smith, and Washington escorted Smith as he wiped away tears to the side of the stage. The two talked and hugged, and Tyler Perry came over to talk to him as well. So at what point did Will Smith refuse to leave the venue? When was Will Smith asked to leave? Video shot from the gallery also showed actor Bradley Cooper talking to Smith, seemingly giving him a pep talk. Keith Urban also hugged Will Smith during the stoppage of the show, and Nicole Kidman also went over to say a few words as well. Pictures of others in the audience showed a scene of shock, confusion, nervousness, and many are unsure on how the show can go on. That could have been the end of the incident were it not for Smith then going on to win his first Oscar for his role in King Richard. And so that's when Will Smith, he took the stage 45 minutes after the slap happened, you guys. And that's when he apologized to the Academy, he apologized to the nominees, he apologized to every single person but Chris Rock. And so then it goes into, his speech and everything else. And then how he shared that Denzel told him moments before, at your highest moment, be careful because that is when the devil comes for you. And that's when Will Smith made the thing where he said, I'm hoping the Academy invites me back. And then Will Smith did not go to the following press presentation that is customary of award winners to attend. It was not immediately clear whether this was his choice or if the showrunners did not want him to go. So again, it's just, did they think that we were dumb? Did they really think that they were dumb? And so it says, someone who works for the Oscars told him that Rock was not interrupted by Smith at rehearsals yesterday. It was not supposed to happen. It was real. Also confirmed that Will Packer spoke to Smith at his table. Oscar producer Will Packer came by Will Smith's table and said something to him. So there you guys have it. There you guys have it. Where are the receipts that they asked Will Smith to go? See, this is what I mean. The Academy is trying to set you guys up. They're trying to set up Will Smith. Here's the thing. There is blame to go all the way around, as far as I'm concerned, right? But what the Academy is not going to do is make us look like we're dumb. When you had the authority, you had the power to get rid of Will Smith, and not only you, but also Will Packer, you guys all went to go check on Will. That's not indicative of somebody that is trying to get Will Smith out of the Dolby Theater. Because you wanted to see the ratings. You wanted to see the reaction. You wanted to see what Will Smith was going to do when he won that Oscar. And now because you can't handle the heat, you can't handle the people who are coming for you, you can't handle the people who are demanding, all these things, and, potentially some lawsuits coming, potentially Chris Rock maybe having some second thoughts about some things and maybe wanting to sue the Academy for putting him in this position, not doing anything, not taking any type of anything, just wanting to keep this covered up. Now it's a different energy. Now you're trying to destroy Will Smith and make him the scapegoat for your lack of responsibility, your lack of accountability, when we know that there is security everywhere in that theater. When we know if there's a heckler, security, police immediately are there to escort them out. They were nowhere to be found near Will Smith at any point in time. So there's that. So let me know your guys' thoughts. I'm going to put the link to this article in your description box. You might want to screenshot it in case it gets deleted, because they're trying to cover up. They're trying to make it seem like they asked Will Smith to leave. Except for there's no footage to support that. And the asked to leave is semantics. They probably asked him to leave the post-show press, to not answer any questions to the press after his win, because it was likely going to be all questions about the slap. But you cannot fool people. This is why we tell the truth. You cannot lie. So there you have it. Let me know your guys' thoughts on this. What do you guys think of the Oscars completely doing a 180 and trying to flip the narrative and try to make it seem like they did all these precautions and they took all these steps to try to get rid of Will Smith, and he just fought them all off and told them no, when the man was clearly emotional from after the slap happening up until when he was accepting his award. So when did he have time to fight off people to remove him from the theater? See what I mean? See how quickly the narrative changes? But see, we're not going to do that here on this channel. We're going to expose the truth no matter how much it hurts. We are going to expose the truth. Because the cover-up is always worse than the crime. And we're going to make sure that everyone is held accountable that needs to be. So there you have it. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I will talk to you guys again very soon.